is the video that everybody has been asking me to do for over a year, and I've been promising that I would do it for over a year. I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to do it, but this has been a game changer for me. It is punch and roll in Logic. So let's open up Logic there, and I'll show you how you do it. It's a little hack that you have to kind of create a workaround, but it works brilliantly and flawlessly. I've been using this on Logic I was using it in Logic 9, and now I'm using it in Logic Pro 10 or Logic Pro X, whatever you want to call it. And not once has it failed on me. And I record audiobooks and voiceovers all day, every day. So let's open up an empty project. And what I'll do is I'll quickly set it up to the kind of voiceover recording template that I like to use, that I've shown you how to do in another video. So we'll just create one track. There we go. We'll make that a bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. I'll just quickly go through the things that you should have set up here if you want to copy what I'm doing. So go to Advanced Tools, make sure they're all clicked. Yeah, they're all on. Up here, let's get rid of the counter. Let's customize what we want to see up here. So we want to see auto punch, we want software monitoring, auto input, pre-fader. Select left, right, located by playhead. I want the punch in, out by playhead. I don't need the metronome. Where's the metronome? It's somewhere. I can't find it. Never mind. We'll just click OK. We'll change this to time. And we're ready to go. Now, change that to mono. First thing you want to do, go to Key Commands. Where's Key Commands here? And you want to set your punch to the button P if you want to. P on my keyboard is punch in, because I use it constantly. Every 30 seconds I'm getting to a punch in point, or every couple of minutes, something like that. So I want it to be really easy. I think P is automatically set to something else, but I just overrode that. So you set that to P. Now, this is how punch in and out works in Logic as it is. You can set a punch in point, and then you have to set a punch out point. So we can go there, punch in, and then we can go there and punch out. Now, that's great for music if you're recording a track and then you've messed up one bar and you just need to retake that one bar. So you play along on the guitar or whatever. When the audio gets to this point, it records what you're playing, and then it gets to this point and it stops recording what you're playing, and it carries on playing the music. And it's basically replaced that tiny little section here with what you've recorded in. So that's how punch works in Logic. Because Logic is a platform that was designed for music production primarily originally, that's why it attacks it in that kind of way. From a voiceover point of view, that's great, but it's only half the job. We don't want to set a punch out point. We want to set a punch in point. We might be recording something like, so let's say, so here we go, I'm recording. Actually, let's get rid of the punch. How do I get rid of this? Okay. There we go. So let's say we're recording something here. I'm recording. This is my track. I'm recording, and oops, I've messed up. I need to go back and record. So here we go. This is my track. I'm recording, and oops, I've messed up. So what I want to do is I want to punch in, but I don't want it to stop. I don't want a punch out point. I just want it to carry on infinitely punching in, if you know what I mean, or rolling. I just want to punch and roll, hence the term. Now, Logic doesn't let you do that. There's no way to do it. This is the workaround. So you've set your key command as the P button. What you do now, if you select the marquee tool, so you can go there, marquee, click somewhere, don't drag, just click so you get the line. And now, when you hit record, and oops, I've messed up. Did you see what happened to this red punch-in line? It created an open-ended, infinite punch-in region. So you can record for 10 hours, and that punch-in region is never going to end. Then what you want to do, so we've done that there, go to the very beginning, click P, and you've punched in. So the whole track is now an infinite, open-ended punch-in session. Let's delete this. Select your pointer tool first. Delete that. Okay. Now, save this as a template. Now when you record, you can do this. So, my name is Liam and I'm recording this piece of audio here. It's all looking good. No problems so far. And oops, I've messed up again. So we'll stop there. All looking good. No problems so far. And oops, I've messed up again. Looking good. No problems so far. And what we can do, press P and it punches in at that point. If I click record or R now, it's going to play this audio. When it gets to this point, it's going to stop playing and it's going to record. So I can speak along with the text. At that point, I can pick it up. Looking good, no problems so far. And oh, no, I haven't messed up now. I'm just carrying on. Let's see what that sounds like. My name is Liam and I'm recording this piece of audio here. It's all looking good, no problems so far. And oh, no, I haven't messed up now. I'm just carrying on. Let me show you a better example with an actual piece of text. So, click our thing there. The early history of music hall outlined in the previous chapter was not entirely a metropolitan affair. That's me messing up. Okay, I need to go and re-record this bit. Metropolitan affair. I'll select this point as a punch-in point. So I just click P. Now what we've got... Entirely a metropolitan affair. That's me messing up. Okay, I need to go and re-record this bit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just click the cursor here. And if I click record from this point onwards, it's not going to record from here. It's going to play. And then at this point here, it's going to pick up the recording. Have a listen. The previous chapter was not entirely a metropolitan affair. The rise of provincial concert rooms in the late 1830s and 1840s mirrored developments in the capital. And I'll click pause now. So this is from take 1, that's take 2. Now let's listen to this. The music hall outlined in the previous chapter was not entirely a metropolitan affair. The rise of provincial concert rooms in the late 1830s and 1840s mirrored developments in the capital. If you want to close these track comp takes, just double click in the bar at the top. I'm going to split that there, delete that end bit. So here's a little file. Now, sometimes at the crossover point here, you get a tiny little pop or a tiny little click. Fair. You can't really hear it on this one. Sometimes it's more audible than others. All you have to do is take your cursor down here and ever so slightly adjust it over. You might not have even seen that. And it will create a smooth crossfade there. Metropolitan affair. The rise of provincial concert. Just like that. Sometimes you don't need to do that, but as you're doing it, as you're recording an audiobook or voiceover or whatever, as you create each new punch-in point, I just go back to the previous one, check it sounds okay. Then I don't have to go through the whole file if it's an hour-long file or a 2-hour-long file, and I don't have to go through everything because I've gone through it systematically as I've been re-recording in. And then when you get to the end of your whole piece or your whole chapter, your whole file, whatever, double-click that, bring it all back to one file, down to here, bounce out as a WAV, and I'll bounce it to the desktop. We'll call it test. And there we go. Now we'll get rid of this. Don't save, we don't want to save it. And there we are. There's our file. The early history of music. You won't hear that because it's come out of the computer speakers and I'm recording into my microphone. But there you go. A little idea of how to record punch and roll on Logic. So just as a reminder, quickly open Logic again. 2 things you have to do. Yeah, we'll create that there. Get rid of that. Just make this a bit bigger. First, select the marquee tool. Click a line. Hit record. There's our infinite punch-in point. Go back to the beginning. Click punch in. And there we are. Now every time you want to punch in, and if any time you want to punch and roll, all you have to do, stop the recording, go to your punch-in point, click P, and it will start the punch-in point there. So I can record from here. Nothing's going to record. If there was audio there, that will be playback. Now it will record at this point. So there you go. I hope that helps. I hope that's very easy. I also use Pro Tools. I use Audition. I use every kind of DAW you can imagine. And for me, once this is set up, once you've kind of set your key commands with P as the punch-in point, it's incredibly easy. It's the easiest punch and roll function out of all of the DAWs that I use. I hope that's helpful for you, and that it means that people carry on using Logic for voiceover production. Thank you.